Some hikes challenge you, others push you to your limits, but this one broke us down step by step. With freezing winds, burning legs, and exhaustion hitting harder with every step, we questioned if we'd even make it. But sometimes, the hardest climbs lead to the most unforgettable views. This is the Acatenango hike.
Good morning!
Good morning from Antigua. It is the day of the Acatenango hike. Right now we are walking to La Merced, where we will be picked up and brought to wherever it is we need to go. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, a little nervous. Gabby's the one that's making me scared.
Gabby, how you feeling?
I feel good. I did my research. I know
She wasn't feeling good a couple days ago.
I did my research. It's the hardest part. This part is up until lunch, and then apparently, not like it gets easier, but maybe it gets a little bit.
The weather seems to be perfect right now. The last couple of, really the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the volcano has been dormant. It hasn't really been spewing lava. It's been sleeping, and apparently that happens once a year, every year, for about 15 to 20, maybe 30 days. But it looks like the volcano has started to wake up. So hopefully when we get there, we are greeted with a whole bunch of lava.
We walked to our pickup location, which was at 7 a.m. at La Merced. Once we got there, we found a bunch of others waiting for pickup as well, and then 2 minutes later, our bus arrived.
Pick up some coffee. We're ready.
Here we go.
After being picked up, we drove for about an hour with beautiful views of our upcoming hike. Then, we arrived at the supply center.
You ready?
I'm ready. We just got here and they're gonna give us our gear, we're gonna eat, and then we're off to start our hike.
Before anything, we went over some basic rules and enjoyed breakfast prepared by the Lava Trails team.
Shopping time!
Alright, so this is the room where you rent your jackets, poles, porters, everything in between.
Alright, so we just got to the supply center. I want to say it was probably like an hour drive. And they gave us breakfast, they gave us eggs, beans, bread, and pancakes, and they were really good.
And the juice.
And the juice. The juice was really good. And then they brought us in a room where we can pick anything between the jacket, hiking poles, the headlamps, hiking pants, a lot of options. Gloves, because it gets really cold at the top. So that is what we did. And Marcos and my sister hired a porter, so they're paying for someone to carry their backpack because it's really heavy. And they gave us this giant water bottle to bring because we will need it for our lunch and for our water at the top.
Now, we were off to the trail start. We got on the bus, and within 5 minutes, we arrived where we would be starting.
Alright, so we're starting. It's supposed to be the hardest part. We'll check back in with you.
It's already hard.
I know I'm already losing breath. Alright, how you feeling?
Good, but I feel like there's gonna be like a lot of stages. Like right now we're like on a high and we're super excited. We'll probably climb like the next hour because apparently the beginning is the hardest. And yeah, but we got all the snacks, we got our hiking poles, good spirits.
And we are off.
It's hard to tell with this angle, but right from the start, we started going straight up the incline. It was so tiring, but the views whenever you turned around were amazing.
All right, first stop on top. We are about, let me see what it says on my watch. 27 minutes in, half a mile up. Not awful so far. This is supposed to be the hardest part. You go really steep up, but you have the hiking sticks that really help. But some people struggle harder than others. Right, Gabby?
20 minutes in and she almost threw up.
I had to like pull over And I think just like I was out of breath, and then like when you push through, it's a lot easier. But I stopped for a second, and I just like I needed a burp, I think.
And I just started cracking up. I was like, she's like, and I was like, she's for real.
I wasn't joking. I think I overheated too because I was wearing my jacket because when we were over there getting our gear, it was pretty chilly. But here there's no shade.
Start like
you just you get off the bus and you don't even have a second to like realize what's happening, and you just start going up, and it's probably not going to end for another 5 hours.
Alright, update. Continuing now.
Yeah. We almost lost Gabby.
Almost lost Gabby, but we're good now. We're good.
We hiked up slowly but at a steady pace and then got to our next stop where we witnessed our new German friend Victor try a Rice Krispie treat for the first time ever.
Thoughts?
Pretty sweet, huh? I like it, it's good. Thanks.
So in the beginning of the year, Marcus and I did our goals. One of my goals was to not drink soda with sugar, but I'm out of break. I just saw Coke and I'm like, I need to get it, so.
How is it?
Tastes a little interesting.
Really? Gabby's feeling better?
I'm feeling better. Vibes are higher. I will say the first 30 minutes were rough, but vibes are high.
After one more quick stop, we kept going until we got to lunch.
Made it to the lunch stop now. We're to relax for a bit, eat some lunch. Gabby, how we feeling?
Hanging in there.
All right, let's see what we have for lunch. So this is the bag that the porters bring up with our lunch and our water. So this is the lunch they prepare for you out here. So right now we are at 3,000 feet total ascent, 2 hours and 41 minutes total of time, including breaks, including stopping and hiking. But now we're here eating, and then after this we go to Basecamp.
Good. We are at the camp. Basecamp? Is it a base camp? Not a base camp. Not a base camp, but we're eating lunch. Lunch break. We have rice, chicken, and veggies. Not bad. I haven't had the chicken yet.
How's hike been so far?
Really difficult. Very uphill. Honestly, if you don't have hiking shoes or poles,
Don't do it.
don't do it. Just don't.
After lunch, we began hiking and the temperatures quickly started to drop as we began to be covered by the clouds.
All right, we are about, what does it say? 3 hours and 50 minutes into it. We've had our lunch break. I'm dead. It's tough.
They said it was gonna be easy peasy after lunch, but it is not easy.
This is not easy peasy.
I think we're like 12,000 feet up, which is pretty high.
Yeah, and it is not all sunshine
Our
rainbows.
spirits are not as high as
When we first
started.
I thought we were almost there, but we still have 25. I mean, we are. 25 minutes isn't too bad. He said 25 minutes until base camp.
We saw the welcome sign.
There was a welcome sign. I don't know welcome to what. Welcome to your final 25 minutes. Jeez. Holy crap.
Oh my goodness. We are in the clouds. And we are struggling. But we're almost there.
Almost.
Oh, watch out, the doggy.
The dog's chilling.
He's going the whole way.
But this is insane, man. We're literally in the clouds.
Oh, emotions.
Officially made it to base camp. Let's go. So there's 10 beds here, and then 10 more over here. So 2 cabins with 10 beds each. Some have double beds, people who have reserved them, and we're on the single beds.
We didn't get double because Marcus didn't want to cuddle with me.
These are all the rooms here. That's my bed. That's Kat's bed over there. It's actually really, really warm in here, so I can see us not needing layer up in here at all. But now we have to decide if we want to do fuego or not, and it's dependent on the weather. As you can see, it's pretty cloudy. The weather doesn't look too promising, but we're still going for it. Got a good group here that's all gonna go. Hopefully the climate's gonna be a little bit different over there by Fuego. You can't see it, it's completely blocked by all these clouds. But we have 2 hours of a very intense hike, what the guide said, and then 2 hours back, but hopefully we get to see some lava.
A nice scarf I got from the rental. Very pinked out today.
You got a good group?
What?
You got a good group, like 6 other people coming?
I thought you said it was like rude. Yeah, everyone here's super nice.
Look at this, look at the sunshine.
The people were debating, they're like, should we go? And I was like, yeah, when are you ever gonna be here again? They're like, let's go.
Alright, officially starting Fuego. Woo! Fuego is already starting to clear up and looking promising. Tough hike, but look at this. When are we gonna be here again? Look at this beautiful hike. So close to clearing up, come on. There's the fucking top.
As we began to ascend Fuego, it didn't take long before we realized how hard it would be and how cold it was going to get. The wind was blowing so hard, our fingers were freezing, but we knew we weren't far from the top.
This?
I've like considered dying, crying, like jumping off. Honestly, I don't even know how to get back down.
This is the hardest thing
And in the dark.
we've ever done in our lives. The sun is nice, but oh my gosh. No birds. Look at this. We are literally up and over.
And after almost 2 hours, we made it to the top where we could finally relax for a bit and enjoy the sun setting through the clouds on top of the Fuego volcano.
So challenging, so rewarding.
That was the hardest part of the hike.
Like when we started going down and we saw people going up, I was like, haha, it sucks to be that. Then I didn't realize that was actually us going up, and I was like, holy shit.
This is insane. It's completely worth it.
And, like, how do people not travel? Honestly, like,
this is
people need to like get out.
This is warm. Don't you get through your butt?
Amazing. And even though like the volcano is pretty covered by clouds, still, maybe it'll go away. Officially leaving the top of Fuego. You turn mine on?
Actually, insane how cold it is.
Time to go.
We're ready.
The way back down was the most difficult. It was gusting winds of almost 45 miles an hour, freezing cold, and our legs were exhausted already.
I'm exhausted. We have about 15 to 20 minutes left until we're back at Basecamp. This is hard.
When we got back, we were greeted with a fire, some hot chocolate, and a very tasty pasta dinner.
Okay, that was the hardest thing we've ever done. Anything ever will do. But we just got back. The last 5 minutes was the actual worst thing we've ever done. But anyways, we came back. They gave us hot chocolate. You know, there was a fireplace. We got some pasta, and it was super, super nice. And now we're doing marshmallows and s'mores. So 10 out of 10 recommend, but I don't know if we're doing it again. Marcos, how are you feeling?
That was so freaking hard. I've never done anything like that in my life.
And I've never seen Marcos like that.
I was struggling.
Yeah, but we're here.
I don't plan on ever doing that again, but a 10 out of 10 recommend. When you're at the top, it's beautiful.
This is what happens when I tell you we're getting married in Guatemala.
The wind is crazy up there. And the craziest part is that we're doing this again at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow.
But
After about 4 hours of tossing and turning in bed, we got back up to do yet another hike, to finish what we started, the Acatenango hike, and climb to the top before sunrise.
How you feeling?
My fingers hurt so bad. I don't know why. They're gonna fall off.
And we're off. Still going up.
It's the hardest 25 minutes.
Like this gravel, your feet just sinks in. So it makes it so hard. Take a footstep forward and 8 steps back. I'm dead. This was crazy. Took an hour and 15 minutes to get up.
But the view's worth it.
It was worth it, but this is not easy. Like, at all. I thought I couldn't make it there for a couple of times. It gets so cold.
Very mental.
Very mental.
And after an hour and 15 minutes, we reached the summit and were blown away with the views. Look at this.
All right, at the top of the volcano.
It's actually insane. So worth it.
So, it is worth it.
And we got so lucky with a beautiful sunrise.
It is really worth just seeing everything. Oh my God. Now it's time to leave the top, head back down, get some breakfast, and we are done. Down is supposed to be the easiest part, so we'll see. Probably won't film though, because I might bust my. It is a mission to get down from here. But we're doing it.
We got back to base camp and they gave us a nice breakfast before we had to start our hike back down the mountain. Everyone got one final view and then we were off. And before we knew it, we had made it back down.
We did it! Just a couple more steps and we are officially done. Woo!
We're done!
Yes, yes.
Officially done with Acatenango Fuego.
We're dead. We need to shower. We're so dirty.
So
We
worth
need
it.
food. It was so worth it, but it's really difficult.
Yeah, people ask us on the way up, is it worth it? It's the hardest thing you're ever gonna do in your life, but it is worth it. So do it.
I think if you know you're doing it, definitely stair-stepper, go on hikes, like
Pray.
pray. Finish strong!
We're here. Yes, sir.
Go! Yay!
Woo!
Gabby, go!
This is like a marathon.
We're done.
Eres un duro.
Gracias.
I've never been so happy to see a car.
Whole group did it.
We have the best group.
The best group.
So nice from like all different parts of the world, and like we just like meshed really well, and everyone looked out for each other, and the guides did the best.
And we did it really fast.
Yeah.
Now, small bus ride back to Supply Center, and then an hour and a half back to Antigua. Acatenango. Check. All right. Day after Acatenango and I guess 2 days after technically, but how are you feeling?
I'm super sore, but it was 100% worth it. In all honesty, it was really difficult, and you know, you see the people when you're going down, they're coming up, and you feel bad, but you just you just know it's so worth it. So
it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, I think
without a doubt.
Knowing what we were gonna see, that's what kept me going. I was like, I need to see this.
Yeah.
So
it was so hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like people would ask me like on the way down, and they were going up, how hard? Like, is it hard? I'm like, look, if you're not ready to do the hardest thing you've ever done in your life, turn back now, because it is tough. Like there's gravel, you sink in, your foot goes into the gravel, you sink like 3 feet. So it's like 1 step forward, 4 steps back. So it's super hard. Things that you probably have to bring. I would say from a male's perspective, ankle hiking boots. I had normal hiking boots, not hiking shoes. So when I would step into that gravel, all those little rocks would fall into my
I don't think a male perspective, I think so.
Yeah, in general, I guess.
Yeah, because I had ankle hiking boots, and I didn't get any rocks in my shoes.
Don't need mosquito spray. I mean, it's way too cold up there anyways for mosquitoes. We asked the tour guys, are there mosquitoes here? They're like, no, it's way too cold. I would say bring gloves, like good gloves. They have everything you can rent there, from jackets, gloves, scarves, pants, backpacks. But I would say bring your own gloves if you have, because some of their gloves have holes in it. My jacket got a little wet and it stayed wet, which was super unfortunate. So bring your own jacket too if you have. The backpacks they have are great. Anything else?
Definitely the poles.
Oh
the
my
hiking
God, yeah.
poles, those saved my life. If I didn't use those poles, I don't think I would have made it. Like, especially because you can put like your weight on them, and it's like, you know, they help you not slip, and yeah.
Catch your fall. You know, those
Yeah.
hiking poles are a absolute
Essential.
must.
Yeah, it's one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah.
The hardest and the best.
It wasn't erupting like normal. It's still a little bit dormant, like kind of sleeping. So it's erupting a little bit of magma, like you'll see with some of my pictures. Like long exposure, you can see it. But that huge spuge that you've probably seen on TikTok, it hasn't happened when we were there, but it was still 100% worth it. Fuego is so hard of a hike to do because you're going down and then up to Fuego where that ridge is. And to get back to Basecamp, you're going down and back up. And after that, I mean, even right now, I'm like wobbling around.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the airport, I'm gonna wobble to the airport.
I definitely would say bring lots of snacks, but
Yep.
like snacks that, you know, give you sugars. Like we had like those little like energy chews. We had Rice Krispies. Those saved our lives. And then there's like 3 parts where you can get snacks, and they sell like Powerades, Cokes, all of that. So I think definitely take advantage of those, and you know, get a Powerade. Make sure you're hydrating, electrolytes.
And the higher you get into the hike, the more expensive these like little vendors get.
I didn't even notice. I was like, take my money. I didn't even ask how much it was.
It gets to a point where you're like, take my money, I am about to die. Bring sunscreen too. Sunscreen's a must.
Yeah.
If you have like one of those UV long sleeves with a hoodie, that's perfect for the hike because you're not going to be cold during the hike. At least on the way up to base camp, we got really hot. So you're fine with like a light long sleeve or a t-shirt and shorts and your hiking boots, and then maybe a hat to protect you from the sun. And then for Fuego hike, that is when you need to bundle up because it got so cold. I've never been that cold in my life.
So cold and so
cold.
windy so fast.
Yeah.
Like we got up there and we were just like, it felt like we were in like a different planet.
It did. No, she said it felt like we were in the Martian. And it did. I mean, like the winds, it had to be like 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So, yeah, definitely do it. If you're in Guatemala, if you're capable of doing it, do it. But it is not for the faint of heart. It is tough. I mean, like, I'd rather do 2 marathons back to back than that. Like that'd be easier than the hike.
I think you need to be very mentally strong in order to do it.
Yeah, it's a big mental challenge, especially like at night, sleeping in the cabin. You're gonna be cold. You're gonna be sore. You're gonna be tight.
And knowing you have to do another hike the next day.
Knowing you wake up at 3:30 or no, 4:10 a.m. to leave at 4:30 to hike up an hour and a half all the way up there. In the end, it's 100% worth it. So if that's what you're looking for, if it's worth it, it is. It's 100% worth it. And it's a mental challenge.
Yeah, for sure. And I think if you know you're going, then maybe, you know, you can train for it, step. I mean, nothing will fully prepare you, but at least to get your cardio up.
So another thing you need to know is that there's someone there called a porter who's it's like a Sherpa. Like when you see people climb Mount Everest, when they have someone carrying their supplies up, that's exactly what they do. So you can pay a fee of like, I think it's about $20 or higher, depending how heavy your backpack is, and they will carry your bag all the way up. But it's only paying for a one-way trip. So just know that if you want to do a round trip, you got to tell them, hey, I want a porter for the way up and for the way down. I got one for the way up. Gabby got one for the way up, and it was so helpful. We just covered everything you really need to bring. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment and we'll respond to it. Lava Trails, the best tour company by far that I could have found by all stretches of mean. Lava Trails, they were phenomenal. From check-in process, they picked us up. They brought us to their supply center. What did they give us?
They gave us jackets, they gave us scarves, they gave us gloves.
The poles, the backpacks, the porters. The Lava Trails, they were amazing.
The food was so good. They gave us like this little lunchbox to bring, and it had chicken, it had rice, it had veggies, so good. Phenomenal. It had flavor. And then when we got there, we had hot chocolate after the Fuego hike, and then the dinner was pasta, bolognese pasta.
They have a vegan option as well.
Yes, and then the morning after, when we got back from the
Sunrise hike?
From the sunrise hike, we had oatmeal and a tea and a little granola bar, and it was perfect, honestly.
Yeah, so if you're looking for someone to do it, Lava Trails is the way to go. It was our group was pretty fast. We got up there really quick. And the best thing is, we were one of the first ones down, so we did not have any traffic. It took us about 2 hours and 15 minutes to get down from Basecamp, and they were saying it could take up to 5 hours depending on traffic. So the good thing with Lava Trails is that, yes, you leave a little bit earlier, but you beat the traffic, and you do not want to be going down one way and someone else going up, and there's barbed wire on both sides. It just makes for a good time. So Lava Trails is the way to go. We're gonna link everything down below. Our guides were great. Eddie, Minor,
nice.
Junior.
They made sure that, everyone got there safely. They went at everyone's pace. They were just so helpful, and, we couldn't have asked for a better guide.
Yeah. So if you guys are wondering, also if maybe you don't have like the best weather going up to Fuego, it's still worth it. I mean, when we got up there, we couldn't really see the actual like tip of it, I guess.
We were literally in the clouds.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen in the video. I mean, we were covered in clouds, but it was so fun, and having a great group makes it all the better. So shout out to our group too. You guys were awesome. Yeah, so that pretty much covers up Acatenango Fuego.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 recommend.
10 out of 10 hard and 10 out of 10 worth it.
Yes, exactly. So, see you in the next video.
This was the hardest thing we've ever done. Every step was a battle, every breath felt heavier, but in the end, it was 100% worth it. If you ever get the chance, do it. You won't regret it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.